There is a storm swirling over the digital realm, and at its eye stands Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young military leader of Burkina Faso, whose rise has become a viral phenomenon. Ever since he seized power in a 2022 coup, toppling his predecessor, and promising a new era of stability and independence. Traoré has become not only a headline, but an online myth-making machine-on icon for Pan-African pride, and simultaneously, a lightning rod for controversy. Burkina Faso's streets may bear the weight of violent insurgency, displacement, and political uncertainty. Yet on social media, a very different story unfolds. Across TikTok, X, Instagram, Facebook, and Telegram, Captain Traoré is cast as a modern revolutionary and anti-colonial savior, a digital messiah. AI-generated songs, deepfake videos, and memes portray him calling for emancipation. Partnering with celebrities like Beyoncé, Rihanna, or even R. Kelly, none of whom have endorsed him, yet millions of views suggest otherwise. A sample in one. Viral AI juggernaut, a distorted voice sings for the love of his people, he risked it all. Bullets fly, but he don't fall. He's fighting for peace in his motherland, with R. Kelly's voice. Or what seems like it, belting it into the digital abyss. Another real projects Traoré as a modern Sankara, wrapped in Pan-African imagery, glowing with celestial light. Accompanied by captions like New African Renaissance, yet beneath the sheen lies the machinery of disinformation. Investigative efforts by cable check and media outlets reveal that much of the digital adoration is manufactured. Videos claiming that Traoré launched free housing schemes higher rise. Buildings magically appearing in Ouagadougou were exposed as footage from Algeria, repackaged with flattering voiceovers. Another viral claim that he declared Burkina Faso a tax-free nation, prompting Elon Musk to relocate his businesses and Western powers to threaten sanctions. Completely AI-generated. The reach of these digital campaigns is staggering. Some of the most visited posts are tied to accounts like Inspirational Arc Africa, run by a Nigerian influencer, or TikTok pages with hundreds of thousands of followers feeding. The mythology of Traoré is an uncompromising leader launching utopian reforms. Meanwhile, fact-checkers repeatedly highlight that Traoré's English-language speeches, widely shared online, are deepfake fabrications. He has never publicly spoken English, except in translated AI dub versions. Still, the internet's fascination hasn't stopped. His guerrilla-style speeches, like those at the Russia-Africa summit, where he urged African leaders to stop behaving like puppets who dance every time the imperialists pull the strings, have been broadcast by Russian media and amplified among disaffected Africans worldwide. Supporters have gathered in cities like Ouagadougou, chanting and waving placards. Footage of these massive demonstrations is circulated online as proof of unwavering unity and purpose. Some of the enthusiasm is organic. In Revolution Square, under a scorching sun, thousands reaffirmed their support for Traoré amid mounting foreign criticism, standing as one body, chanting for sovereignty, and condemning external interference. Abroad, celebrities like rapper Meek Mill even tweeted their admiration for Traoré's energy, though he later faced ridicule for misnaming the leader as Burkina Faso. On the policy front, Traoré has made concrete moves that align with his anti-colonial rhetoric. He announced plans to revoke some foreign mining permits and expand domestic gold production, seeking control over one of Burkina Faso's most vital resources. Under his watch, the prime minister was dismissed, and the government dissolved moves meant to reboot the ruling apparatus amid spiraling instability. Though critics point to increased authoritarianism and human rights concerns, media outlets, particularly those linked to Western countries, have been repeatedly suspended. Radio Omega was silenced for insulting the government. Perhaps most politically charged is the fate of 4 French intelligence agents detained since late 2023. Traoré's regime demands compensation and extradition of dissidents, demands rejected by France. The standoff remains unresolved, deepening the fracture between Burkina and its former colonial partner. This polarization extends internationally. For some commentators, Traoré is a brave anti-imperialist, resolute in forging Burkina's independence. For others, he embodies a digital potentate, whose real record is clouded by a manufactured image of messianic potency. Analysts warn that Russia's digital networks amplify his persona to feed anti-Western sentiment, while Democrats decry the erosion of civil liberties and rampant disinformation. Online reactions reflect this ambivalence. On Reddit, one poster celebrated Traoré's pledge to widows and orphans of fallen soldiers. Quoting him, "Burkina Faso will never forget their sacrifices, and the state will never stop avenging the deaths of these heroes." Another applauded his principled refusal of foreign mosque-building largesse from Saudi Arabia, preferring investment in education, healthcare, and jobs. Instead, critics worry about the suppression of criticism. Journalists and activists face intimidation, online and offline. Some see the online cult as outsourcing repression, citizens self-silencing under the weight of mob-like fervor, with dissent easily labeled sacrilege. Others point out that despite digital adulation, the country remains beset by jihadist violence, governance gaps, and economic strain. Much of Burkina Faso remains beyond state control, and promises of self-reliance haven't materialized at scale. So why does Traoré continue to shock the world? And why does the internet seem to erupt at his name? The answer lies at the collision of two realities, one tangible, one virtual. On the ground, Traoré is steering a nation through insecurity, placing old ways of foreign dependency with a nationalist agenda grounded in resource sovereignty and military control. His regime imposes media crackdowns and dissolves old power centers, all under the banner of national salvation. Online, his image transcends reality. He is recast by networks of influencers, digital soldiers, and AI programs into an African answer to revolutionary mythos. In feeds across the continent, he becomes the avatar of a new political consciousness, one born of disillusionment with democracy and colonial legacies. Tensions surface when these worlds collide. Traoré's rallies show genuine loyalty, and policies like mining reforms are real. Yet, so are the illusions, deepfake speeches, fabricated policies, and synthetic adulation. In aggregate, they shape a hybrid myth, half man, half icon, as captain. Traoré occupies both spheres. The internet's reaction becomes self-fulfilling. Every AI video, every meme, every banner and chant intensifies his mystique, producing international shock and awe. The broader lesson comes across loud and clear in the digital age. Power isn't just enacted, it's fabricated. Whether Traoré's narrative is sustained by populist resonance or digital fantasy, the effect is real. And right now, the world and its tipping news feeds are watching.